I think we're live.
Alright.
Hello, everybody. We
might be. I was just gonna say we might be live, but I'm dead inside.
Amazing.
Anyway.
Cue some cop content claimed song here.
Alright. So, we're back into Pokemon Breath of the Wild.
Welcome back to Pokemon Arceus.
We are
Pokemon
now the 4,557th person to make the comparison to Breath of the Wild.
Pokemon Arceus. Wow, your breath stinks, Arceus. You should have a mint. I'm just going for the daddiest humor I can think of.
Time to end the stream. It's too late. We can't salvage it. We gotta end it here. Alright. So... I'm gonna do a little bit of exploring, but I don't know what you told Alex, because it's not just me and John today, it's also Alex.
Yeah, hello, what's up?
And Alex was not here last time, so...
all I know is that you're Pokemon Jesus. That's all I know.
If this involves crosses and nails, I might have to duck out at some point.
Hi.
That is the gist I gave. Also, I think the volume's fine.
Okay. Look at those scarf physics.
Listen, alright, listen, you don't have to worry about crosses and nails, alright? That's only the Pokemon manga, alright? The Japanese version specifically.
I know exactly what screenshot you're talking about. It's from the Gen 5 manga, right?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah.
In the American version, they censored it so that everybody's tied up on poles, but in the Japanese version, they're just straight up like tied to a cross, not nailed, but tied to a cross.
Yeah, the Pokemon manga doesn't mess around.
Yeah, Pokemon. Remember, you can't slap a kid, but you can see a Pokemon get eviscerated.
Speaking of Pokemon getting eviscerated, I don't know. I felt like I was segueing into something. I also have to be careful not to spoil things in this game.
All right. Like, for example, spoiler alert, you win at the end of this game.
Uh-huh. Anyway, so...
Guys, I think Snoke might... No.
I think the last Pokemon trainer is Han Solo.
Oh my goodness. I find the script kind of interesting in that, like, that's clearly, like, an F, but the rest of it is, like, it almost looks like hiragana, katakana, / kanji. Like, there's 3 writing systems in a way, but they're very much not.
Speaking of Zoldo, fake languages. What is this? Hylian?
What is this? The goddamn... It's not as unique as like the Matoran language from the Bionicle series, though.
I thought you were gonna say it's not as interesting as the Torah.
I don't know. Wait. The Torah? Is this from Zelda or something? I don't know. I don't know.
No. It's I'll tell you later.
Xenoblade, maybe.
It's not from a video game.
Oh, okay then. Never mind.
It kind of goes back to our biblical references.
Oh. Okay.
So these are all the Pokemons that I caught.
You caught... Oh, they actually have them all on the field? Alright, that's a nice attention to detail. What happens when you get a legendary, you come back here? Is it just going to be those small ones, you know, like Weasel and whatever that one is? Or Starmie, and then all of a sudden, like, goddamn Palkia? So I guess
that's exactly how it will work. Alright, so that's what this is. I didn't know that. Okay. Honestly, this would be a neat place to, like, explore. I don't know what makes this, like, so appealing to explore that something like an urban city would not be appealing to explore for me. I don't know what it is. Alright.
I think you know what it is. it's that almost everything in this town has a function.
Yeah.
That's why I think this. Whereas in Sword and Shield, it was literally just like half of the places had nothing to do in it.
Yeah. like most of the characters, like you could only talk to specific. Well, actually, I assume it's the same here. Or can you talk to every character in this game?
You can talk to everyone in this game.
Like this person here, they asked me. Ichiyo asks me if I'm scared of Pokemon, and that's
right.
it. Everyone serves a function.
Oh, okay. So in fairness, that can be seen as a function because it's world building.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like
also,
it's not like it's not like the random NPC that tells you I like shorts.
Also, nice attention to detail when you step onto the wooden mat, your sandals come off or something. Like step on.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I didn't notice that either.
Yeah, I noticed that because I was like, huh? Wait, when exactly did you... Oh, now I get it. It's like, what is it? In Yakuza 3, where, you basically go into this place, and then, I think your shoes come off in there, but then if you just literally step off wherever it is, they just come back on again.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
I wonder if the number of sandals, like,
no, they don't.
Is the same everywhere.
I don't think so, anyway. Yeah, that's the same. Remains static.
Boop. And boop, 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 boop. Okay, sorry.
No, I would probably have done the same thing if I had noticed that.
I'm trying to like do it ever so slightly so I can experiment exactly when, but I'm just entering everyone's sleeping quarters like the weirdo I am.
Why? What are you talking about? There's no weirdness about it, you know?
Let's see. Yes, bears and potions. Yep, I have much potential.
And also, they're commenting on recent events. So I imagine either the dialogue or the people inside do change. You know?
Okay.
Whereas in any typical Pokemon game, that NPC is probably going to say the same thing, like regardless of what part of the game you're in.
Oh, it would have been cool if you could hop into the water.
Yeah, there is still a thing with invisible walls here, but you know,
that's with every game.
I
mean, it's not better than others.
No surf, okay, cut me some slack.
I mean, you could also move your character could also move their arms. You know,
I think I was commenting in the last episode that it would have been neat if this thing had like rock climbing, you know, like I joke about it being like Breath of the Wild, but this terrain does make me feel like, man, I just want to climb those. I want to climb those hills.
I mean, to be fairness, you are like what, 10?
Also, oh, that's another thing, Alex. We're 15 in this.
Ooh.
We are no longer 10.
Okay. Anyway,
we're really breaking new ground.
Yeah, finally, a character with a different age.
Well, I think like in Gen 5, the player characters were older. Also, I'm
really,
I
thought they were still 10.
No, I'm pretty sure they were older.
Maybe the anime dubs have conditioned me to think this.
But these people battling, I'm pretty sure they were not here before. Pretty sure this
entire
place
I may as well ask, which one do you think is going to win?
The electric type.
Yeah, because the person over there knows type advantages. Oh, you can't even go on the build? Okay. All right, I was a little bit confused when the prompt did not appear above it.
If there's anything I'm going to critique this game for, is that the first few hours or so, very waypoint heavy. It's mainly you going from point A to point B for a good while, but it eventually starts opening up.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can actually start
So what this is saying is that Gen 5 is technically the first generation of Pokemon.
Gen 4, I think.
Oh, it's a 4. My bad. I'm sorry, I forgot.
No, that's good. I mean, I don't think this is in Unova, but I think Unova is in the game or mentioned in the game. I forget.
Alright. I forget exactly what I need to be doing, but there's a I'm being asked to come talk to her, so I shall do that.
Hey, look, it's everybody's favorite character in this game.
Is it?
If you have progress to report, I will judge its worthiness. Show me your Pokedex. You are worthless. Be gone.
Damn. Professor Oak wouldn't have said. I mean, some other guy wouldn't have said this to me.
You have made a progress. It seems you have earned yourself a star.
In this game, it's Professor Lavington, I think.
With this, you have officially attained the rank of first star in the Galaxy Expedition team.
Actually, wait. Now, I'm beginning to get it now. Hold up a second. The cogs are turning in my head.
The stars are kind of like the badges in this game.
No, not that. That's not. You can now use him. All right, I'm sorry. All right. No, that's just my mind going.
I know what we are all thinking.
No, it just occurred to me. It kind of occurred to me.
I'm just looking at the title now, Tyler. I love it. I love the question marks and exclamation marks.
Okay, no, hold up a second. The moment, I'm probably, I kind of get it now. What is it? If you don't mind me pointing it out, but what was it?
What is your Eureka?
My Eureka, I don't know, I was thinking, now that I think about it, silverish hair, kind of, a mean look about her, and she leads a Team Galaxy. That's a little strange, don't you think?
I am sure no one has put these pieces together before.
I know, but I mean, this is my first time even looking at the game.
Isn't it? I'm actually not sure. Is that a David Bowie reference?
I have no idea.
Okay.
What's strange, isn't it?
No. What are you getting at with the connection, the character connection?
Oh, who, me?
Yeah.
Wasn't there a Team Galaxy or something in a 4, or maybe it was something else?
Oh yeah, Diamond and Pearl. I'll be honest, I haven't played that game, so I don't really know.
I have Platinum, but it's in Japanese, and I haven't gotten past Giratina because for some reason I decide to grind for shiny, and shinies full odds are 1 in 8,000 chance approximately.
I'm suddenly getting the sinking feeling that I'm a fake Pokemon fan because I haven't played Diamond and Pearl. And
no, I haven't either.
It's supposedly a very beloved game.
Well, what I have heard is that if you're going to play Gen 4, play Platinum, because the original Diamond and Pearl are apparently very slow.
Yeah, apparently they fixed some things.
I am so tempted to just create some sort of mechanical doohickey with computer vision that just sits there, looks at my 3DS, detects the color red when Giratina appears, and is nope, that's not a shiny, and resets the game, and presses the A button over and over. And then an alarm goes off as soon as it detects a shiny.
I mean, that sounds like some form of... It sounds like that could lead to some form of RNG manipulation, and you may never get the shiny. Or you might be guaranteed the shiny.
Well, no, I would just be having an external device physically press the button, so it would be the same as me just kind of sitting there.
Right. But there is actual RNG manipulation that involves resetting the game in certain intervals. I don't know if that's the case for this game.
Okay.
So I was gonna say, so if this character right here that you chose is the chosen one, is she on the other side of the table also a chosen one, or is it just you just choose one person and that's it?
I think you just choose one person. That's it.
Okay, fair enough.
I think she does become a he when you become a she. I think. Let me get my facts straight on that.
They're whatever gender you didn't choose. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So whatever the other one is the one who's not the chosen one, just the NPC. Well, I know what. Wait, let me reword that. Basically, there's nothing special about them. They're just a basic NPC who you can interact with, like they're your neighbor, and that's it.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know yet if there's anything special about.
Well, they're kind of like
they're like your rival.
They're like your rival in like Gen 3 or Gen 4.
Your frenemy.
Now, I may as well ask, is it at least a little more challenging this time to fight your rival?
Not so far, but it's like in the beginning of the game.
I was gonna say, I think this game has a different kind of challenge. The challenge is more so in learning the mechanics.
So it's way different than the usual Pokemon game?
Oh, you haven't seen the gameplay for this yet?
No, I already know that it's dodge rolling and stuff.
There are still turn-based battles, but it kinda is the side dish and not the main course.
When you're hunting Pokemon, I believe it's the Dark Souls dodge rolling, but then when you're
Speaking of Zoldo,
but in official matches, it's the normal turn-based action.
So I mean, maybe I'll save more of the explaining for when we get into the gameplay. But
That's
sometimes you have to choose on whether you want to just catch a Pokemon stealthily or if you want to do battle with it. And there might be, depending on the situation, it may be better to do one or the other. It'll make more sense when we get into it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Now, what would have been funny is if you went into battle with a trainer, it's like not just the Pokemon, but they're also just coming at you, fist swinging. It'd be funny at least.
Let's see. I'm definitely gonna have to craft more Pokeballs at some point.
You've got some Tumblestone, and you need more. You need more whatchamacallit, Apricorn. Apricorn.
Yeah.
You gotta start hitting some trees.
Yeah. Alright. So, let's fight this.
Now time for a Pokemon battle.
Thanks for coming. I know you're busy. Okay.
No, I'm not. You know that's a lie.
Listen, I've had an epiphany. You see, I've got a partner of my own. We may not get along perfectly, but we've got to work together to help complete the Pokédex.
You want to guess who her partner is, Alex?
Is it? Does it have a type advantage against yours?
In this case, no.
Oh. Or is it? Oh, that was my next guess, actually.
It's Pikachu!
Gotta give it up for Pikachu.
Best Pokemon.
It actually does the real cry.
Pika!
Bigger.
When we were attacked by those Shinx, I got too scared to think straight, and I couldn't handle battling as a team. Ever since then, my partner's refused to listen to anything I tell him. I'm a failure.
I do like the reference to the fact that Pikachu can be hard to tame, or at least, I don't know if that's the general rule, but at least in the anime, I got the sense that Pikachu were hard to tame.
Well, Ash's Pikachu in particular
Pikachu was an independent Pikachu.
He was an asshole.
That didn't need no trainer, but, yeah.
And if I'm being honest, I'm not even sure how to order him, how to guide him in battle. That was a sound.
Bigger.
But when I saw how you and your Pokemon work together, I realized we needed to do more too. So please, have a battle with me. I want to learn how to fight effectively.
So, you're a trainer. You know, I'm not sure how I feel about that being a trainer from the future, but I guess they have a pretty good excuse as to why, at least in the beginning of why basically your rival needs to learn.
This is not a good matchup.
Yeah, I'll be honest. The concept, I didn't fully. Once I saw it in motion, I was more okay with the concept. But the concept is kind of silly. I'm getting right down to it.
You know what? I'm gonna see if I can pull off hypnosis. Oh, what? Alright, I'm dead. You know what? No, I'm gonna use hypnosis one more time.
Keep in mind,
have distinct
status effect. Some status effective moves, like putting Pokemon to sleep, are not as effective in this game. They might just get drowsy, as opposed to falling asleep completely. And I think this was done on purpose. But yeah, don't hinge everything on hypnosis, because it's not even if it works, it's not as effective.
It was the dev's middle finger, like, fuck you, you ain't cheese in this game.
Generally speaking, status affecting moves are not as good in this game.
I'm fine with that.
I think there's a reason for it. I haven't fully discovered what the reason is yet, but I think maybe as you go higher up in levels, the status affecting moves do get better. I haven't, like I said, I haven't fully discovered that yet. Even the moves that like poison you or burn you, I would argue, I think I've seen it be useful for me once.
By the way, the professor said Pokemon have things called types. I feel disturbance in the force. As if a million hops are crying out.
Suddenly cried out, and then suddenly were silenced.
No, we can only hope that they were silenced. Pikachu seems to be an electric type, for example. And that Charizard, it must be a dragon type, right? Right? Right?
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Oh shit, look at that. This ain't just an advantage chart. This is a matchup list.
See, Sword Shield's like, do you know type advantages? And it's like a 2x2 square. And this game's like, do you have a PhD in Pokemon? And it's
I hope you know that the matchup.
Okay. I don't know what voice to give this person.
Oh, I guess we haven't been sticking to the voices. I'll give it a go. Now listen, if your Pokemon truly mastered its moves, it can actually use them in different styles. On one hand, you can choose to deliver a move in the strong style.
And then the quick style, right? Come on.
Or you could do it in the weak style. I don't know why anyone would do it in the weak style. The
agile style, same difference, I guess. The quick style.
Okay.
So I guess that explains why, sometimes you see a move happen twice, or sometimes you miss a turn or something like that.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I usually forget that's a thing.
Well, you just go for strong?
Yeah, I guess that's what it defaults to.
All right.
Yeah, I've been brute forcing through this game the whole time and haven't really thought of it.
Alright. My Driftbloom has got to hate me by this point. Then again, Driftbloom was
no. Driftbloom was like, oh, Howard Viva, why?
You did get auto healed after the battle though.
Yeah,
every battle.
If you were
after usually after rival battles. Not
okay,
every.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if it's after every battle, that kind of ruins survive any challenge.
I will say I have yet to die in this game, but I've come very close. I've come closer in this game than I did in Sword and Shield. Let's just put it that way. it can happen. I would say, well, I don't want to say how, but I'll say it has to do. It was a wild encounter that almost did it for me.
I mean, yeah, that I did not have the most fun capturing that Drifloon, and now it has been a complete pain in the butt.
So excuse me, Marie, can you just hand me the needle? I'm gonna put it out of its misery.
Oh my goodness. But I think there was a guy in town that wanted to see a Wurmple.
Oh yeah, let's give him the Wurmple.
It's Wurmple time! Oh yeah! I forget which guy.
I'm beginning to warp, gentlemen.
Alright. I think it was like this guy, I want to say?
I think so too.
I don't know. I can't tell. All of you guys have the same sideburns. Like from an 80s
you
anime or some shit.
You could have given him the one straight from your pastor.
Okay. Select. Well, now that I know that, you must be as good as the rumors say. Listen, I worked really hard for this Wurmple. They kept running away. So if you don't give me money or something, I'm gonna be like...
I didn't realize how big Wurmple was. I wonder if this is canonically accurate.
I mean, a lot of Pokemon sizes are surprisingly... Like, I don't think Charizard is that much larger than a human, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, this Wurmple is huge. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Oh, no, it's gonna ask you to name... Oh, wait.
All these suck.
Now, which one gets you? All right, so top one would be law ending. Middle would be a neutral, and then bottom one would be a chaos.
Beautifred, that's like instant. No, that sounds like a medication. Take Beautifred today. Ask your doctor about Beautifred.
When
Titia Bugene?
I'm feeling Bugene.
Yeah, as soon as I said it, I was like, before I was like, how do I even say these? And as soon as I said it, I was like, yeah, this is it, Bugene. Yep.
I guess what is it? I guess the Pokemon have different sounds in this game, as opposed to their usual Pikas or whatever.
It's a mix.
Alright. Pikachu's just like bigger. Bigger what?
I mean, the first sound it made was like its original cry.
Yeah, it was its Game Boy cry.
Yeah.
I think it gets mixed up here and there.
No.
How dare the Pokemon Company can't find a consistent template for its Pokemon cries. Sometimes they want it synthetic, sometimes they want it to sound like an animal.
Well, Pikachu specifically, they go back and forth on because it's like, Pikachu.
Sometimes Pikachu's the only one with a voice. Because it's iconic.
Looking at you, Pokemon Yellow. You think you're so special. How do I save the game?
It feels like it's strange to say because this is an all new gameplay type, but in some ways this feels like it's going back to the roots of what Pokemon's about. If that makes any sense.
I suppose. Up there we go, save. Yeah.
Maybe that's the symbolism of using Pikachu's original cry. It's like it's a subtle nod. You know what I mean?
It's like poetry. It rhymes. Sorry, I had to dip that in. Okay.
If we could just get Pikachu working.
It's a cuter character than we've had before. Alright. I'm back here. It is now time.
Boo!
Oh, hey, it's
Did I surprise you? I bet I did. I was trying to, anyway. There's a secret technique to catching Pokemon, you see.
Technique! So you gotta bring it around town. Bring it around town. No.
Sir, that's the wrong technique you're teaching me. What am I supposed to use the hand motions for?
It's what I...
Don't you forget it!
Sir, that's not those are techniques to catch Pokemon.
Technique. It's what I call the secret backstrike technique.
First, you need to take this pill. Sir, you are really misunderstanding the techniques I want to learn.
Hitting a Pokemon's back with your Pokeball will surprise it, making it easier to catch or giving you an advantage once a battle starts.
This is giving me flashbacks to like the animations in Sword and Shield, where it's like the one person just making exaggerated movement, like like over and over.
Sir, once again, you are teaching me the wrong techniques here.
Also, Tyler, I think you might be cutting out a bit.
I might be cutting out a bit. Why would I be cutting out a bit? Just over
at least on this. I think just over Discord.
Yeah,
okay.
over the shared screen.
All right.
Oh yeah, if you're a part of the Survey Corps now, working to create that Pokedex, as they all are, you might end up meeting every last Pokemon here in Hisui. He I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong again.
Hisui.
Hisui. You should know I'm already looking forward to the day you accomplish that.
Thank you, Volo.
I assume this is the great grandfather of like Cynthia or something, right?
No, that would be
I
too
assume.
obvious.
Okay, fair enough. Because I was gonna, what is the ancestor of Cynthia? Just literally Cynthia, except like just the garb of this time. Because that's something I don't like when it's like you have a character who's like, what is it? Maybe the ancestor, and then they look. I mean, sometimes it can be funny, or like sometimes you gotta keep the iconic look of the character, but other times it can be like all right, it's literally you're just reusing assets at this point.
Oh, you said we are reusing asses.
The damn it, I cut out, didn't I? Assets. Let me. All right, now that
I am getting like occasional cutouts. It seems to be spreading to Twitch.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh boy. Uh-oh. Okay. I defeated the Bidoof. Alright, is the
that
base
was
camp...
close. Bidoof could have easily destroyed you.
Honestly, knowing rollout, it did more damage than I expected.
Oh yeah, rollout's overpowered as usual.
I
don't know why it's so good. I think it stops being overpowered at a certain level, but early on it's pretty good. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Watch as you rise from that tent with literally no bed.
Okay. Crap, I don't have any... I don't have that many...
You gotta go hit some trees.
Yeah, looks like that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm just gonna have to explore, not necessarily be looking for Pokemans.
So you have to craft Pokeballs instead of just buying them at the store?
I mean, you can't.
You can. But what if you don't wanna?
That's fair.
Yeah, you gotta hit some trees. The ones in particular that look hittable.
Oh,
like that one to your top left.
I know, I was looking for the leak.
I don't know if that one's hittable. I think it's the one to the left, I think. That's got like fruits
that
in
one
it.
that obviously has fruit coming out of it, okay. Hey buddy! You hate me, don't you? Don't worry, I despise you too. You were a real pain to catch. Thanks for the orange berries, though.
There were like 16 of them that fell. How come I only got 3?
Okay. Crap. I need an actual tree with the corns.
I think those have them. I think those are them. Also, you are about to get hit.
Yep. Time to jump down this.
Oh, there is falling damage in this.
It'd be funny if you just broke your legs and that's it.
Cue the Breath of the Wild game over.
No, it just simply cuts to the hospital and then it shows your bill. Oh, holy shit. All the materials you just collected. Goddamn.
Can I drink a potion myself?
Oh, no, this is like you eventually auto heal. It's more like a time thing, you know.
Oh, my legs. My legs, but I can still perfectly roll.
You just don't you do not want to get hit by a Pokemon at this point. Okay. See, you're good. It healed you.
Oh, your phone is even getting experience from doing this. Okay.
Oh yeah, hitting trees will get you a tiny bit of experience.
I would need this leak. Oh, there's some stuff I need for acorns. Over here. Shinx, that I have a Pokemon that's weak to electric type attacks in my front right now. If you could just go ahead and ignore me, yeah, that'd be great. But that reminds me, I actually started watching the movie Office Space the other night. Didn't finish it, but I started.
Cool.
Now I start to understand the references and the memes that have come off of that throughout the years.
Are you gonna keep walking like you crapped yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
It is time. It is time to duel. It is time to confusion. You have been confusioned. I will continue to confusion you. Please be Thank you for being confusioned.
Whirlpool is dead.
Okay.
Whirlpool has passed.
Yeah. Cherry berry.
Cherry berry.
Oh, some more of that
Those
stuff.
were clearly. Listen, maybe I'm gonna be riffing on it a little too much, but those were orange and you got red ones.
I only had so many colors to work with.
That's true.
They only
I don't know if that's true.
I'm pretty sure that's not true. Yeah, I like cry. Oh.
That's why you don't always want to battle them.
Oh, one more and you'll get an achievement, I guess. I don't know.
Anyway.
Sometimes if you're too OP, they will just run away.
Okay.
Oh, that's...
I mean, I think Wurmple just runs away a lot in general. Because it was running away a lot even earlier.
Yeah, but I do think the level influences that quite a bit. And yeah, then there's some RNG involved.
Yeah. That's why Wurmple was not my favorite to try to catch.
That's also why you sometimes you want to catch stealthily and not just always go into battle.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, we leveled up!
Also, those new heavy balls you got are good for stealth catching.
Yeah, right now I'm just like battling for the sake of battling. So let's try Hypnosis. Let's see if it actually
I've never had to really just grind in this game. I usually just like I just go along at a brisk pace. Also, when you keep in mind when you catch them, you also get experience.
Oh crap! It ran away just when it was about to be.
Just so you know, you still get experience when you catch them. So usually just battling isn't really worth it unless you're trying to conserve balls for some reason.
I mean, I am right now because I only have like 8 of them. That's why I'm like specifically going out of my way to hunt these things. Also...
You'll eventually have enough balls.
There we go. Also, I'm trying to up the number of times I'm using hypnosis. No!
All right, there's an achievement for that, isn't there?
Yeah, it was like
No! My drift loom! It was poisoned, how dare you!
Oh, that did quite a bit, actually.
Whirlpool is too drowsy to move, then runs away next turn.
Now, if it runs away right now... Oh, it didn't. In that case, I'm actually going to throw a Pokeball. Now, if it breaks out of this... Alright, cool.
Oh, that's actually honestly, that's a really cool effect.
Yeah, the firework. Yeah, it's...
Yeah, rather than just simply just watching it rock back and forth like...
It's actually...
times.
And we were commenting on the last episode, it's actually useful when you catch something in the tall grass, because you don't know if you caught it until you see that, until you see the kaboom.
That's pretty good.
There should have been an earth-shattering kaboom! Alright. So... No, you didn't... You saw nothing.
I mean, you could switch Pokemon.
I could... But, like, the thing... Oh, you know what? I probably should, anyway. Just because, like... how do I switch?
No, I think at, like, what is it? X? When you go get out of this screen or something, like, there's X. And then you can switch between the Pokemon while...
There we go.
Like press X, I think. And it switches the... Oh, no, sorry. It's probably left and right triggers.
Yeah,
My bad,
left and
sorry.
the left and right shoulder buttons you can just instantly switch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like my... It is...
You want to keep them organized, or I think we had this discussion last time.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, what is it? Oh, you can have all your Pokemon out at once? Alright, now that's cool.
Not really. Yeah, no, I don't think you can have them all out at once, but you can just throw them out and talk to them. I haven't found a use for doing that yet, other than to watch the Pokemon be cute, I guess.
And Aqua Jet, here we go.
Or Bidoof. What the heck? This level 2 Bidoof knows rollout?
Yeah, it did the last time we battled one.
Oh, okay. But was it level 2? You should don't learn it. You don't learn it that soon.
Yeah, level up. Okay.
But I mean, it is quicker to just use the left and right triggers to, or shoulder buttons to switch between, the Pokemon rather than just, whatever. I guess you play the game.
Okay. Krigatopp.
Now, how many new Pokemon are in this game?
There's some new variations. Honestly, I don't know, because I have not personally encountered anything strictly new to this game myself.
I don't think there is any new ones, except maybe...
I want to say there's at least one.
Yeah, I think there's like one.
You know what? That's better than where I was, ball-wise. Okay. Now let's head on out to our journey. Our journey of journeying.
Dodge rolling.
Yeah, it's mostly evolutions and alternate forms.
Okay. Well, fair enough, I suppose.
I'm practicing for when I get to play Ocarina of Time.
Except then you realize that side hopping is the better option.
Alright, Starly. It is time to quick attack. Heck yeah. Oh, come on. Oh well. Oh well, I still gained some experience from that, right? Right? Maybe, whatever.
I'm not sure.
Alright.
I kind of spoiled. Well, I accidentally.
Hell yeah.
You
can actually swim.
No, I can't get out. What? No.
Oh, come on, that's
I didn't think
bullshit.
it would actually let me in the water.
Okay, that's bullshit. You should have been able to swim.
Well, I think eventually you do get Pokemon that can swim.
How about you swim? It wasn't even that deep.
You don't know how to.
I'm not even that good at swimming, and I could swim in that river.
Over here. This is Howard Viva. My, a new face in the village. Not that it matters to me if you're new. If you're here, I assume you're prepared to be of help. I am one of the wardens of the Diamond Clan. You may call me Mai. I suppose you might not even know what a warden is since you're new to Hisui.
Oh, no. I know what a warden is. It's that guy who takes charge of prisons, right? Wait, am I wrong?
I think you're right. But I don't think that's
no. I know that's the joke. That's the joke. The joke is that he knows, but it's not what it means.
Yeah.
But such talk and wait. Right now, I'd rather we get straight to the point. I have a problem that I need help solving. So the more important question is this. Do you feel confident that you can lead your Pokemon in battle? No.
Is she looking down on you?
Not at all. I do not feel confident that I can lead my Pokemon in battle.
Physically or metaphorically?
I do! That's good to hear. The security corps of yours certainly wasn't up to the task. This here's my partner, Munchlax. We were raised together like siblings. He battles at my side by choice, without needing any silly little balls like you use. Watch and learn.
Balls.
No, you keep noting the joke is you keep laughing at that, but nobody knows what you're referring to. Nobody gets the joke.
Alright, so 10, which means we use...
Wait, I thought we were gonna work together for something. Why are we fighting?
I'm tempted to bring out, forgot its name suddenly for this.
Drifloon?
Yeah.
Shit, you're probably gonna need yeah, you're definitely gonna need that Pokemon out. Alright, come back. Drifloon, fly up higher than that thing can reach. No? Okay, that's fair, I suppose.
Oh, come on!
You probably should have used
What do I have that rollout is not effective against?
I wouldn't know.
I'm gonna bring out Shanks. Why is everything no rollout? Why is Drifloon so useless? Anyway.
Almost like he got a balloon to fight against something with sharp teeth.
He knows rollout. He knows rollout. You know rollout. I know rollout. Are there any other Pokemon that know rollout that I should know about? Cue the Bidoof noise here.
No. Cue. Oh shit.
You suck.
It's okay. This is their only Pokemon.
Oh, I know rollout. Anyway, I'm gonna use quick attack.
Now, you probably should have revived the other Pokemon so they got the experience. Oh, wait, never mind. Nope, never mind.
You really aren't one of the usual galaxy buffoons if you could defeat my partner. Yeah, it took me like 3 different Pokemon to do it, but I did it! Well fought, Munchlax.
Munchlax looks like he's pondering his existence.
I'll take care of the Pokemon that battled for us.
Can you take care of me since I battle you? What are you talking about? Never mind.
Oh. Let's see. You people make all kinds of things with your crafting, don't you? These should prove to be useful materials.
You just threw you didn't hand me anything. You just motioned for it. You know what? Never mind. I'll just stop using those jokes.
Together. You practically acted as one with them. Rather like the legendary hero of old, whom we tell stories of to our children. I think you're indeed the one for the job. You see, I need someone to deal with an alpha Pokemon causing trouble upon the Deer Track Heights. What's a deer? Tell me, what is a deer?
It's a type of Pokemon.
What type of Pokemon is that?
It's like a horse, except it's not a horse, and it has like these things that look like branches on its head.
Which specific Pokemon are you talking about?
Okay, listen, all right, there's an entire animal kingdom, all right? What we refer to as Pokemon is like
what entirely... is an animal? What is an animal?
Like, you see Munchlax, you see like the balloon and like Cyndaquil, those are animals.
What are animals?
Pokemon are animals. How is this so hard to get through to you?
It makes so much sense.
But look at him. He's just like...
Your ARC phone is beeping. Yeah, hello? Yeah, I'd like a number 9 large. The thing you have, it's showing you where you've got to go, isn't it? My, that is some curious sort of map. That seems really odd to hold. Why would they design it that way? Is that one of those Galaxy Team inventions I keep hearing about? It certainly does seem to show the way to the Deer Track Heights up ahead of us. I'll leave this in your hands. You'll do great out there, I know it. Seems you're quite the asset to the Survey Corps, new one. Though, before we continue, I must ask, do you know about our Lord and Savior, the Almighty Sinnoh? Don't! No! Suppose that's to be expected. Allow me to sketch out the basics. Okay. The Almighty Sinnoh steers all time. It's said to have created the very universe, using its power over time's flow, and this land of Hisui was born in the process. It's by the grace of the Almighty Sinnoh that Pokemon can live and thrive here. We of the Diamond Clan are the descendants of a people who crossed the sea and settled here in the Hisui region to venerate Almighty Sinnoh. However, it stole away from the world long ago, hiding itself from our sight. Almighty Sinnoh has only rarely been seen by any human, if the old tales are to be trusted. How pixelated that design looks on their shirt is a little distracting, I'm not gonna lie. But there are still Pokemon here today in Hisui with a connection to Almighty Sinnoh, and it is the duty of wardens like myself to attend to their needs. The Pokemon that graces Deer Track Heights is one of those honored few. It is directly descended from a Pokemon that was blessed with Almighty Sinnoh's protection. Follow me, and you may understand. Is there anything I can throw?
Yeah, there are materials and a Pokemon in the grass.
How do I crouch again?
Oh, that's a new one. We haven't gotten that one yet, I think.
Which one?
Oh, it was just
Crystal?
there a second ago.
There's definitely something over there. That looks like a Zubat. Oh! Kricketot, here we go.
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
And Aqua Jet. Oh, come on. Give me one of those Pokemon. Okay, fine. Ah, darn it. Looking for more Pokeball material.
You'll get there eventually.
How do I crouch? I do not remember how... No, that's not crouching. That's the opposite of crouching. I do not remember the controls.
Was it one of the shoulder buttons? The triggers? Or was it left click?
Left click. Yeah, that's... What? Alright.
No, you can use you can click the thumbsticks in on the Switch.
Okay, let us go with the Pokeball now. I might actually want to see if I can get a Crobat, because I played with a Crobat recently, in my last playthrough of Crystal, and I gotta say, Crobat redeems that entire line.
I wonder if Crobat in this game is like Crobat in that game.
Possibly. Wait, is there a material over here that I can harvest?
Left click or something, like try that. No? Guess not. One of the face buttons, maybe Y?
Y is jump.
Oh, Y is... Wait, jump?
Yeah, this is Y.
Oh, that's roll. Okay.
I mean, you jump to roll.
True.
I was hoping there'd be another Kricketot around here somewhere.
By the way, I may as well ask, how's my audio coming into you guys?
It seems to be okay for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there seemed to be fire type something. No, that's just a torch. Oh, wait. Here we go. Here we go. Whoop. Darn it! Ah!
Also, something you will notice later on is the differences between day and night.
Yeah, I've already noticed that there's like a day-night cycle. In fact, there was even like, what was it, when you were offered to rest, for how long?
Yeah.
It was like, till night, midday or something.
Yeah, there's definitely some like hidden meta with that.
Oh, I should have used Blight too. That would also have been effective. You know what? Probably not the wisest move, but I'm gonna use it.
I would have saved it for a new Pokemon if I were. And then again, that's why I'm not playing the game.
There's some value to catching Pokemon over and over. You know what? I'm gonna conserve Pokeballs somewhat. So, there we go.
And I see there's the EXP share from Sword and Shield.
Yep.
Except I guess some Pokemon get it more than others. Like the ones in battle to get it more.
Yeah. I think that's how it works.
I mean, it is a good way, for example, when you catch like, oh, hey, here's that Pokemon, that level 2 Pokemon, but then it probably gets a little bit too overpowered at some point. I wouldn't be sure when, but
I'm personally okay with it because, especially in this game, one that emphasizes, catching more Pokemon and basically, like getting as many Pokemon as possible. And I think there's more Pokemon in this game than the standard Pokemon game. So for you to like sit there and grind each individual Pokemon, I don't know. I personally think I'm okay with the XP sharing in this game more so.
yeah. Did that disappear in a puff of black smog?
Yeah. Somehow
So what,
I
does
started crouching.
Drifloon learn dark type moves or something?
I don't know. Shink certainly does.
Yeah, it learns Astonish.
Is that an actual move? Because
Yes.
I'm not familiar enough with Pokemon to know that.
Yes.
It dates back to at least Gen 3, from what I remember.
Okay. Then I really should have known it, I guess.
All good. It's not the most memorable move there is.
Yeah, it's really not. It's one of those moves you usually get rid of first chance you get.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's a dark type move.
Although I will say I like Drifloon's animation when it learns it.
Alright. I have no idea how I started crouching. Oh, it was the B button. Okay. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I have some cherry berries. Alright. Yep, sure, there you go. Yep, that was easy. Oh. Oh! 15 Pokeballs.
You were like, oh man, what a useless cycle. Oh shit.
Oh wait! Oh wait!
A Graveler.
That's a Geodude.
A Geodude, sorry. Is Graveler like the next evolution?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright, just making sure.
How dare you not know these things?
How dare I, the sort of
rollout. Everything knows rollout.
I don't see why they shouldn't if it's a good move. If it works, why not use it? Geodude is definitely one you're gonna need for those electric types.
I roll out, you roll out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it again. We're gonna have to do it again. We definitely should get that Geodude.
Yeah, I want Geodude.
I roll out, you roll out, you shimmy roll out.
Stay in the ball. Thank you. Alright. And with that...
1 out of 1 times you've seen it use rollout.
Alright.
Can you not switch your party here? Suppose that would make sense.
Time for Silcoon to move up. Okay, cool. Yeah. Bam. One more level on evolves, I think. And I see a Cricketot. You know what's going to happen.
There's a flower over there. It looks like you can pick it up.
Alright, let's see. I have a plant. Alright, cool. And there's just a Geodude. And, okay, you know what? Geodude, I'm going to continue to use this water boy. since he was so effective against them the first time.
What is that LNR icon next to the quick attack?
I think that's to do more or less damage.
Ah, okay, I see.
Alright, cool. Alright. And this is some sort of, yep, that's a weak. Alright. I assume this is for heavy balls.
It's literally a sphere.
Alright.
I assume we haven't gotten to the more action-oriented... Well, obviously. I should probably keep my mouth shut. I'm stating the obvious here.
All good.
Oh. Alright. Really hoping for a Cricketune. That doesn't seem to be happening. Maybe they're a night-only thing. Yeah. Oh.
Damn, your Pokemon speed is so slow it could act twice. What moves does Silcoon have? By the way, that Geodude's about to mess up your day. It's about to mess...
I'm aware. I might need to pull out another potion here. And go! Ah, crap, you went past it. Okay, here we go. I need you to use Aqua Jet and destroy the thing. I need you to do it again. No! Just do it! Thank you. Alright, cool. I'll use this Silcoon one of these days. Alright. Is this another... No, that's not another...
But the camera angle looks... Oh, wait. No, that could be anything.
Ooh. Okay, cool. And bam. Oh, that's... I don't want to mess with that right now. Alright.
Wait, what was that?
That's the evolved form of Starly.
Oh, okay. Staraptor?
I think that's a fully evolved form.
Okay.
I forget what the middle one is named. Alrighty, here we go. Yeah. Oh, so even your professor decided to join us? Wait! Oh, thank goodness! I got here in time! As a Pokemon researcher, I could hardly miss out on a chance to observe an alpha now, could I? I suppose that is your business. Fine, as long as you stay out of the way.
I wonder if Pokemon professors in this timeline were viewed as like artists are today. Not very appreciated.
No, I appreciate the artist, but if your work sucks, you know, I'm gonna let you know.
This is Deer Track Heights. This is where I've long come to pay tribute to a special Pokemon. A Pokemon descended from one of the ancients. blessed by Almighty Sinnoh.
Dilly dilly whoop!
That's not it. That's only a troublemaker, here to disturb the peace with its racket.
Okay, that was legit.
That's a somewhat memeable, iconic cry right there.
Yeah, that was actually pretty great. That's not it.
That was convenient.
And that's what you're here for, Howard Viva. To drive that interloper from this place. I'll ensure your Pokemon are ready for battle. Thank you! Upon my word, what a large specimen! I wonder if alpha Pokemon are feared across the land if they're all oversized as this one! Exactly. They're not only big, though. They are strong, and they know moves that others of their kind do not.
Now, can you catch them?
No, that is completely forbidden. They're not to be trifled with, let me tell you. Nevertheless, I believe you are stronger still than this alpha. Go and show it that, beyond any mistaking. Careful, Howard Viva! Size is a potent weapon in of itself. In and of itself, I can talk. No doubt this alpha is a powerful and hardy foe. If you must face it, make sure your Pokemon have some strong moves at their disposal. Oh.
Well, at least you can catch them rather than, oh, here's story stronger Pokemon. All right, well.
Yeah, saving the game. So let's lead out with Cyndaquil. Let's lead out with Cyndaquil.
Mulligan. I think you have to actually approach it. No,
Don't mind me. I'm just, I'm not here.
We're gonna slowly turn. I think. No, he's not. Never mind.
You just, yep, that's right. You keep deedle-looping the way you deedle-lee. What?
As I said, I think you have to actually approach it.
Oh, okay. That is a dashing mustache, I must say.
Why, thank you, good sir. I have been grooming quite regularly.
Yo, sequence. Press the Y button during battle. Check the action order of all the Pokemon currently battling. Okay. Oh crap!
Oh yeah, this.
Oh, that's actually a nice remix. I guess. Damn.
Ow!
Ow!
It is time to bring out the Shinx. Alright. Yes, diddly whoop. False swipe on. And let's use bite.
I think bite's pretty good.
The better. You wanna try and heal it or send it back? Just keep going with this.
Bite again. Ooh, agile style. Oh, snap.
Now do it again.
Kind of reminds me of how in the show, you know, when the trainer is like, okay, Pikachu, now use agility. It's like, oh, it actually changes, you know, stance and whatnot. It's not just an animation, you know. I don't know. I don't know what.
Had better work.
Let's go.
The health
If not,
is
we're
like
gonna
down
keep-
to nothing. Please work. No!
Then we're going to do it again.
I don't think I actually. You have heavy balls. Don't forget. That might actually improve your odds.
Yeah,
Do
that's
I?
true.
Yeah, you should. Oh, I guess
Where?
not actually.
I guess you did.
I think I just have the recipe for them, I think.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Better deal
I
stay in the ball.
lied. I lied. You don't have heavy balls. I don't think I tried to catch this.
Oh, it just learned Astonish. Okay, alright, that should be an improvement. You want to try and go for the catch again?
Yeah, let's go
I mean, we
for
may
it.
as well get a boss Pokemon.
Stay in the ball. No!
Well, at least it'll give you some chances to figure things out.
Please. Please.
Yeah!
Hey!
You did it. Krakatoa.
Yeah, now it's time to evolve. Later.
You really are an impressive one, aren't you? Seeing someone best in Alpha like that, it truly reminds me of the legendary hero of old.
I guess we showed them who the real alpha is, am I right?
Yeah, I was just waiting for somebody to make that comparison. I was not going to say a thing.
We best make sure your Pokemon are taken care of after facing off against such a foe.
Including my boss, Mantis.
Weird! What in the world? What in the world? Oh, it's that.
Oh, it's that animal.
It's the weird deer. Weird.
That is a weird deer.
It just walks up to you, kicks you, and then leaves. That's all.
By
it
the way,
does.
you dropped your wallet. I found it for you. Well, where is it? I ate it. Oh, well, thank you anyway. It'll be back to you in a few hours.
It's like that. It's like that one joke. Hey, did you lose $100 bill held together by a string? Spits out the string. We found the string. He looks upon you with kindness, Howard Viva. I think about lighting the beard on flame just to see what would happen. Anyway.
A little.
I'd say the great weird deer has taken a liking to you. That's fortunate. He is an esteemed Pokemon that can dash across the expanses of Hisui while bearing a human on his back. A human he deems worthy.
Wow,
of
we're
his.
introducing like faster land travel already?
He is a blessing to us all.
But I
Remarkable! Truly outstanding stuff! A Pokemon letting someone ride on it! Why, it's just like the ride Pokemon of Alola! They know about Alola here?
I mean, I would think so. They have history in like plenty of different places.
I mean,
Even
it's
like in the original Pokemon Red and Blue, there was like plenty of history.
But like, do you think it's realistic for like feudal Japan to, well, like the layperson in feudal Japan to know about Hawaii?
Sure.
I would think so.
Wasn't Japan conquering like a lot of islands back in those times?
Yes, but they're not that close. The Pacific Ocean is huge.
I mean, this isn't also 1-to-1 with, you know, it's not 1-to-1 with Earth, but I get what you're saying.
Anyway, Captain Celine sent me. She said once Howard Weaver carried out this request, we'd be able to set up a base camp. Oh, about that. I know this was a joint decision by Ataman and the commander, but still, it is truly fine for us to set up more base camps like this. The Hisui region is a land created by Almighty Sinnoh for the sake of its Pokemon. As long as your goal is to coexist and thrive together with the Pokemon, then I imagine you should be allowed to use this land. The great Weirdeer has taken a liking to Howard Weaver as well. This is a good sign. You have my thanks for what you did today. Our clan leader will hear how you aided us. I will come to show my appreciation with a proper reward as soon as I can. Yeah. If we want to coexist and thrive with Pokemon, we'll need to stop fearing them and start getting to know them better. It starts with completing the Pokedex. The what? I don't know what I just said. Anyway.
No! The world is falling apart again.
Anyway, we should be able to have that base camp set up once the construction corps arrives.
I just had an idea for the next stream. The next stream title.
Okay.
I'll tell you when the stream's over.
Here we have it! Our new base camp upon the Deer Track Heights! We'll call it the Heights Camp!
I call it Goose Mountains.
From now on, when you set out from the village, you can ask to be escorted to this base camp to start your excursions directly from here. Having another base camp to start from will be a great help on our surveys. Nice work today, everyone. Let's say we all head back to the Wallflower. Yeah. Yeah.
Yay.
Bidoof. Bidoof, Bidoof.
Oof.
Bidoof.
And then you got a boss Cricketune, which I hope is a boss and not just, oh, hey, here's a higher level Pokemon at the moment.
Alright, it's time. Now time. It is time. Chum! The usual potato mochi, please! And make it for 3 today as well. I would like some potato mochi, please. Oh wait, you did this Benny guy, right?
If I did, I don't remember the voice I used.
Go for it.
Good day, mate. Have you all heard the grave news?
No, please tell us, sir.
Let's end the stream. That frenzied cleaver from the rumors, it ended up mauling some of our galaxy folks who went out to investigate it this morning.
No, we're not bringing back... We're not bringing back the method of reading from the Nuzlocke. No.
Okay. The medical corps has had a hard time getting all the injured back on their feet.
Oh, this is the cleaver that was reportedly struck by powerful lightning, yes? Lightning armor. Ash's lightning armor is canon! I did hear he's been behaving most erratically since then.
I mean, he should be. He got struck by lightning.
Still, if further investigation is in order, the Survey Corps will, of course, step up to the task. A certain amount of danger is inevitable when researching unfamiliar Pokemon. But I am sure Howard Viva can handle things just fine. Are you certain? I heard Cleaver's so mighty, even alpha Pokemon don't compare to him. I feel like Akari does not think of the professor very highly, for some reason.
I mean, to be fair, you're kind of getting everything. What is it? I'm assuming she wanted to be a part of the what exactly is the group you're part of, or whatever? Just a member there, an officer there, or something.
I mean, she already is.
Oh, well, basically, you're just getting all these special favors, maybe? I don't know.
At the end of the game, we just hear like a gunshot as our protagonist like falls forward wounded, and Akari's like, I was supposed to be the chosen one.
No, you don't understand. It was. You don't understand.
I was supposed to be in another world with a smartphone.
You don't understand. This is the English version of the game, so it will be a slingshot.
Poor kids?
If anybody gets that
is
reference.
That you?
Yeah, exactly. Good thing you got it. Glad you got it.
I got the reference.
It's a reference to how 4Kids has no sense of seriousness.
You forget the strengths of Pokemon are key items of information that we of the Survey Corps are duty bound to research, even if it kills us.
I was excited for this part.
Since this perilous work of ours calls for a clear head and fighting fit physique, I do believe a good night's sleep is in order after this fine meal.
Nice.
I was. All right.
The next day. And the next day. And the next day. Good morning, Howard Villa. You should hurry to the commander's office before he decides to use you for sumo practice.
You can't switch your Pokemon right now. You have to step outside.
Is this a change of clothes?
We can change our outfit.
Yeah, I'm just. I don't really have any other choices to choose from.
Would have been funny if you could walk around in nothing but your underwear.
Actually, let's see here. Yeah.
Oh wait, is that the thing you arrived in?
Yes.
Alright.
It's just a shirt.
Get this shirt.
So they literally send a trainer back in time for what? What? Is it like a time traveler battle or something? I suppose that's something I should see for myself later.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go! I wonder if they'll scold me for not having my uniform on, or whether they'll just... Guess not. There you are. Let's hurry to headquarters.
You're a trend center.
Atta man. But look who's being punctual. I don't...
Am I voicing this person?
I guess. Alright, so you and I are going to have a fight. Would you like to do Irida or Adaman?
I'll be Irida.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give this my best shot. There you go again. It's just your false image of Almighty Sinnoh as the ruler of time. My people follow the true Almighty Sinnoh, the font of all creation and ruler of space. This ruler, it's in centimeters.
No, I think that I, on the other hand, believe that the imperial system is a much better system of measurement, as opposed to your centimeters.
What do you think? What font do you think is the ruler of space? Comic Sans, Joker Man, Wingdings,
Wingdings. It's Wingdings.
You can have all the space there is and still not know what to do with it.
Excuse me? Are you really suggesting that you make better use of your time than we make of vast history space?
Better than some. It's a miracle you showed up on time, oh mighty leader of the Pearl Clan. I would worry you'll get lost in the pointlessly vast space you're so fond of and never show up.
Me? Get lost! I'm Almighty Sano's great gift to the Pearl Clan, and our world's very basis. I have no idea what I'm even saying right now.
You need a drink of water, man. That's what it sounds like.
You wish! I probably do.
I wish I hadn't let myself get dragged into arguing with you. Almighty Sino, forgive me. What a waste of time.
You just literally said...
I'm off to Commander Kamado's Commander Kamado. Man,
Tomato.
I'm off to Commander Kamado's office.
I believe it was you who started this. Okay.
I have to say, that entire interaction was better than any of the story in Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm just saying.
This game has its moments of personality. Which is way more I could say. Let's put it this way: our expectations were low, so this exceeded them.
You can feel the tension when those two show up. You haven't met them, have you? The woman with the reverence for space is Irida, leader of the Pearl Clan. Eurita? I'm gonna say Eurita. The man who is going on about time, Ataman, leads the Diamond Clan. The Diamond Clan, the Pearl Clan, grudgingly coexist at the moment. Apparently, things used to be less peaceful. But the boss, the commander, is waiting. We should save this conversation for after you report to him. I'm just walking around in my future clothes. They're my clothes from the future.
The future.
The future. I'm walking with my future clothes. They are clothes from the future. Do you like my future clothes?
Get out.
What do I do? Are you impressed by my future clothes? Okay.
Wait, what did you say?
Alright, investigate. There's some requests posted on the blackboard. Which one will you check? There's some Bidoof. Oh. Alright. Play with Drifloon. Alright. I'll just take all of these and just solve them as they come up. Anyway. Investigate. Nothing seems relevant. Okay. Okay. Is there anything to investigate? Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, okay. Can I see the map? Okay, cool. Cool. This is all cool. This is very cool.
This is fine.
Do you like my future clothes?
No. Okay, thank you for the honesty.
Alright, cool. I will leave them. Oh, I'm supposed to go upstairs now. Okay. I'm going.
Up the stairs and hear another wonderful and very peaceful conversation from those two leaders of the clan or whatever.
I'm going. Do we want to switch who voices who every time we have a conversation with them?
All right, then. I may as well get a voice in.
I guess what you're trying to say is you didn't appreciate my girl voice.
I kind of want to take a hand at it just for fun.
Okay. All right. It's gotta be like in the same spirit though. Like use your Mega Man, like do that voice.
Yeah. Okay, then I guess I'm being Adaman.
Listen, we don't normally. I think you have demonstrated having a vocal range when it comes to like it's not. We don't always do girly girls, okay? Just this one time.
Who wants to read
I guess I'll be Adaman or something. I don't know. I need to think of a voice though. What voice would we give him?
I guess you could say we're adamant about this character.
Yeah, I did not say a I was trying to think of a pun, couldn't think of any, but you nailed it on the head. What is it?
Yeah, I'll give my voice.
What voice should I give him though? Should I make him British or something? I don't know.
I was gonna go for fake All Might again, but
fake All Might.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I've only listened to Japanese All Might. What do you intend to do about that cleaver, Commander Kamado? I don't know. He may be descended from a warrior of Almighty Sinnoh, but look at the mess he's causing. We can't sit back and let him rage on. His voice is transformed to something else. Oh boy, who's Kamado? Wait, I guess John, you're Kamado then.
Oh, okay, I'm Kamado. Tomato. I'm trying to find the voice, but I'm just coughing up a furball. You didn't get right to the point, Adamant.
Mr. Kamado, sir, are you holding in a shit? You should probably do that now, and we'll continue this conversation. No, I can hold it till we're done.
Time wasted is lost.
Time wasted is lost.
Well, tell me, what do you have us do? Cleaver is a precious lord of the Pearl Clan. Is he not?
That's the point. My clan can't intervene directly where a lord of the Pearl's clan's concerned. If my people were to do something, our two clans might end up back at each other's throats. Just like we used to be. But even folk of the Galaxy team have been wounded, haven't they? Seems someone's got no lines for her over here to do something here.
Who then? Would the Diamond Clan have the Pearl Clan bring down one of its own honored nobles?
I don't believe I said that. Thought it, maybe.
You might have well just said it, you fool! Huh. Look, we don't even know what drove Lord Cleaver into such a violent frenzy!
I'd like to know that myself. This is a first as far as my clan knows, too.
I see you've arrived.
Sir, do you need oh, God damn it. Sir, do you need some Tums again?
This is Howard Viva, the newest member of our survey corps.
Oh, God damn it.
Adaman.
You're Adaman?
No, I think... Oh, am I Adaman?
Oh, no, sorry, my bad. I'm sorry. Aha! I heard from you earned Weird Deer's favor. That's only one D, sir. Doesn't matter. Glad to meet you, stranger from the Rift. I'm Adaman, leader of the Diamond Clan, if you want to be formal. But that's a mouthful. Just call me Adaman.
If you came from beyond the space-time rift, could you be from the space where Almighty Sinnoh is said to reside? I'm Irida, leader of the Pearl Clan. Caution and foresight are my watchwords. Which is why I have trouble believing such a tale. Could you really have passed through that rift?
I have a proposition. Why not send this one to study Cleaver before deciding what must be done?
Damn it. I really made us walk into that one, didn't I?
You'd send a stranger who supposedly fell from the rift to study Cleaver? This newcomer with no experience?
Says the leader with almost no experience.
Being a good leader isn't a matter of time. It's a matter of embracing Hisui's vastness without fear.
She should have just been like, fuck you!
Well then, there you have it. If how new you are doesn't matter, then let's give the kid his chance. I'm sold, Commander. Let's try this your way. This should be fun. I'll get to see how good you galaxy folk really are with all your weird ways. Putting Pokemon in those strange balls and what have you.
Strange balls.
That whole practice
I would also like to...
bothers me. Almighty Sinnoh made Hisui vast so Pokemon could live freely throughout. We're meant to stand alongside Pokemon, not count ourselves above them.
We did not use Pokeballs from a desire to control our Pokemon, only so we can live together.
Sir,
The whole...
sir, do you need something? You need some pills or something, sir?
Here's the twist, though. All that noise is coming from his mouth. I was to show you what we can do. This is your mission now, Howard Viva. Or you just study Cleaver and help us find the truth of the situation. Remember, you were a stranger who appeared one day out of the sky. People are something. Naturally suspicious of your presence here. We fully accept this.
Oh wait, no, now I get it. Commander Commandos from Rock Bottom. Now I get it.
I can't understand your accent. Work yourself to the bone. Quality humor. Quality.
Well, that's settled, and there's no time like the present. By the way, that last one, I don't think that was coming from his mouth. We should get out of here.
The Lord of the Woods, Cleaver, is descended from a Pokemon that was blessed with Almighty Sinnoh's own power. No other Pokemon you've yet encountered can compare to his strength. Be warned.
I fought a mantis with a mustache. I think I'm fine.
Listen to me. The expedition team has come to the Hisui region as a group of outsiders. Some might even call us interlopers. I think my stomach's starting to get better. We mustn't do anything to threaten our relations with Diamond and Pearl clans. Understand? I have to give my throat a break from that.
I get it. Wait, what's the joke? I don't get it. What's the joke there? You'll learn.
Join me downstairs, Howard Viva. We'll cover the details of this new mission.
Also, it smells ghastly up here.
What happened?
High five!
All right. Last time I'm going to make a joke like that. Let me go through this entire thing.
Amazing.
Sensational.
Oh, good! You're already here!
I was literally upstairs, oh man.
Professor Lavington, the briefing, if you please. Alright, let's get right to it. So, how are Viva?
Everybody has a stomach problem?
I think I ate something weird for lunch. I think there's something in the potato mochi. Anyway, I understand you've been requested to find out the cause of Cleaver's frenzied state. But as you're aware now, Cleaver is a mighty thing, nigh invincible, even. The security tried throwing Pokeballs at Cleaver when they were attacked, but I'm afraid they didn't even come close to catching. It seems he's a far trickier opponent than even those aggressive species that cannot be caught outside of battle once they're riled. I'd like to be perfectly clear on this point. You will die. This mission will put you in extreme danger. Do you believe you can handle it?
No.
Of course. Very well. Then let us go over the particulars. The Diamond and Pearl clans revere their nobles because they believe these Pokemon serve the almighty Sinnoh.
Whatever that means.
They leave offerings to express their gratitude to these Pokemon in locations they call the Noble Seats. So perhaps a good for our research would be to find out what sorts of offerings they normally leave for this Cleaver. Howard Viva, we need to speak with you.
Listen, the rift in time space seems like it connects this world to a whole other world.
It's a whole new world we live in.
Alright, let's see. I will temporarily take over Adaman's role. That world might be where the almighty Sinnoh itself resides! The true almighty Sinnoh, that is. The one that rules over time! So if you fell through the space-time rift, that might mean you traveled through time! By almighty Sinnoh's own power! Think of it, you must have just been swimming in its divine might! Well, I've got a favor to ask of you, oh amazing time traveler! Don't just study, Cleaver. Quell its frenzy! Well, you certainly caught us at a good time, young. We were just discussing our next step with regard to this whole situation. Oh, you must be the Galaxy Team Scholar I've heard about. Good to meet you, Mr. Professor. Share some of that knowledge with me sometime. Now, let me elaborate a little. Those Pearl Clan types have a lot of respect for Cleaver. You heard his title, Lord of the Woods. Also, they're little, you'll see. I'm sure they'd rather get this under control too. But it's hard for them to come right out and ask those of the Galaxy team, for all people, to help. And the truth is, we in the Diamond Clan have a similar problem on our hands. A Pokemon dear to us, off in the mountains, has flown to the same type of a frenzy as Cleavor. Now, there's certainly bad blood between us and the Pearl Clan, but still, one time I went over there, and, I had to take a dump, and, there wasn't a porty potty anywhere. Mr. Bob was nowhere to be seen. So I was like, okay, they're forcing my hand. And then, out of nowhere, Irita comes out and it's like, how dare you do this in the space that we've been given by the almighty Sinnoh? And, it's like, Anyway, we've all got to share Hisui, and that means we gotta take care of our business in our own dedicated areas. And also, we gotta tackle our problems together. But there aren't many capable of standing up to such powerful Pokemon. You're the best hope we've got. You'll find Cleaver in the Grand Tree Arena. That's in the very heart of the Heartwood. His warden is a boy named Leon. Leon is a brilliant child, but also a bit, well... sometimes brilliance can be a bit blinding, you know? They'll tell you all about his beloved Cleaver, whether you wish him to or not. Anyway, I'm sure you're up to the challenge, so we'll be counting on you. Smell you later.
He said the thing.
Yeah, so, got a little bit personal of a conversation in my room for a bit, so I had to mute myself for a bit. Sorry, I'm back.
It's all good.
Crap happens. He certainly left quickly once he'd finished talking. I suppose he really values his time. Automon and Mai weren't wrong, you know. If you're to study, perhaps even quell Cleaver, you best start by visiting his abode. Our new Heights camp would be a handy place for setting out towards the Grand Tree area. And you should stop by the pastures, too. You'll want to choose the best Pokemon to bring.
We should probably grab that Geodude we caught.
Yeah, I'm thinking about
leveling him up. Who are we replacing him with? Also, oh yeah, we had a Pokemon you needed to evolve that could evolve.
Baggin? Is that me?
I have no idea who Baggin is.
Okay, all right.
But I'll
do it. Find yourself unable to pick up the materials you come across. Satchel always seeming full. I'm trying to do if that sounds like you, it would be wise to lend me your ear a moment and hear what I have to say.
We're keeping this for us.
Am I doing a Texas accent, right? Or Southern accent? I can't.
I don't know anymore.
I don't know anymore either. I'm kind of...
The voices have been all over the place.
Yeah. You can carry around even more in that satchel of yours if you learn the trick to packing things in. You see that shotgun and the goddamn... I'm trying to remember. What was it? All the herbs, the healing herbs. It's like you can switch them around. You pick them up, and then... Wait, did you just pay him 100?
Yes.
To put more items in your satchel. All right, I guess there's the berries pocket and the Pokeballs pocket.
So your bag doesn't get bigger. You're just more efficient with the space.
You learn how to use pockets. How surprising.
Okay. All right. Let's go. All right. We have gone. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah.
How do you get it to evolve, though?
So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go over to it and evolve.
Oh.
It can't evolve right.
Amazing. You feeling all right, buddy? That's okay. You want to evolve, buddy? That's okay. Take your time.
It's okay, Rocky. You go when you feel like it.
He's literally Rocky, except more spiky.
Yeah.
Oh. It's Butterfree.
It's a Beautifly.
Oh, Beautifly. My bad. Wrong Pokemon.
It's a Butterfree of Gen 3.
Okay.
Yeah, Beautifly. Alright, let's go. Actually, where's the map?
You need to go to that stable first, right? To get the Pokemon.
Actually, while I'm here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait. Alright, so that's Benny. Can I buy clothes? Buy clothing. Ooh! Mind cap. Alright, let's see what else they have. Oh, everyday I vibe with this.
So what color are we going for?
I feel like I would like a greener like blue that's a little bit more is muted the term. I don't know.
We could be Ryu.
Yeah, we can get a little karate gi.
Yeah.
We can be several different Shoto characters. No, then you get an Easter egg where it's like the black gi, except it's got like the heaven kanji on the back.
Oh, we got headbands. Cool. Woven hat. Okay. Anyway, let's change clothing. Let's see what we actually have here.
That's probably a good idea after all that farting.
Yeah.
Well, we also had the what is it? We also got that fancy kimono. Was it?
Ooh.
Yeah, go back to the shirts. Fancy kimono.
Ooh, I like. I do in fact like. Sandals. No, I'll keep my. Honestly, I like the Survey Corps sandals better with this outfit. And honestly, I'm gonna stick with this outfit for a while.
Alright, may as well.
I feel no.
Wait, is this where you can get haircuts? Is this a barber shop?
Well, let's see. Hairstyle, $500. Alright, let's see here. I'm wondering what the point of hairstyling is going to be if I like a hat on most of the time. Interesting.
Alright. How about shorn?
Curled. That's closer to my current hairstyle.
Let's say I think that's what I went for too.
Braids. Interesting. I'm almost tempted to go with the messy ponytail because that's also my current hairstyle sometimes, except my hair is much more curly than that.
I was gonna say it does have a feminine quality to it.
It does. Chestnut, gold, black, white. Interesting. Yeah. None of these like particular, other than white. White is the only one that like particularly complements what I have going on here. And
no, we're really embracing the anime the anime shonen. You know.
What am I even adjusting the color of here? Oh, my eyebrows.
Gotta have different color eyebrows. There you go.
Interesting. This screams a main important character. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I assume I'm going to be wearing a hat with this on. You know what? I'm tempted to just go with the long hair. I'm assuming I'm going to be wearing some sort of hat. And let's keep it with wait. How do I confirm? Yes, let's go. Give my hair magical growth.
Hair
Is that like,
implants.
what was it? That one Family Guy thing where was it Pete is like he can't pay for the haircut. Oh, what are you gonna do about it? And then he gives him more hair.
Alright, cool. Alrighty, let's go. Alrighty, I think we've spent enough time here. Alright, I don't know how much more time I'm gonna spend doing stuff tonight, but, what are you?
It's up to you.
Oh, they gave me a recipe. Bokeshi dolls. New logs of wood. Okay. Let us craft. Oh, let us do heavy balls.
Let us craft the pokey.
And I have... Oh, this. Alright. Now let us go, what are you? You're probably selling stuff I don't need. But you know what, fine. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so I can just trade Pokemon. Interesting. Okay. So once I actually have something worth trading, I guess that's where they go.
Or you can just get something worthless and get something really good in exchange.
That is the traditional global trading service way.
Yeah. Anyhow, let's go get that Geodude. It was hold up, we didn't get the Geodude. Or did we?
No, I don't think we did. I'm trying to find the field.
It was back there, by the way. Like, other direction.
I think there's more than one of them.
Oh, is there? Okay.
I want to say there's more than one of them. I might be wrong. Hold on. This might be it. Hold on. No, this is something different. I think you were right. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of quests is what I'm seeing here. I'm going to guess that at some point there's going to be a part of this stream that's just kind of me fulfilling quests. I'm wondering if there's going to be something that's better done off stream, but we have not yet gotten to that point. This is reminding me of Christmas now that I'm looking at it.
You wanna... Can you change the colors of... Can you change the colors of your outfits? Also, you got the giant Pokemon in there, so you may as well take that too.
I was thinking about it. Alright, so... Oh,
let's check our newest edition, the Praying Mantis here.
I already have a flying type Pokemon though. I kind of want to do Zubat, but it's like...
I mean, you could have two. Never hurts.
I mean, I don't want to have too many Pokemon of the same type, which is why Beautifly I'm switching out for Kricketune here. Starly. I'm gonna move out. Yeah, I'm gonna put in. Then you. Ah. Darn it. It's a choice between Zubat and Drifloon, because I don't want to get rid of the water type, the electric type, or the fire type. And I already have 2 flying types. I'm sorry. I gotta go with... I gotta keep the Drifloon. I gotta. Alright.
So
it appears we are drifting apart.
Well, no, we aren't. We still have Drifloon.
Oh, I thought you said, never mind. My pun has failed.
Alright, so let's see. So, since I like having all my Pokemon in order. Ba-doom. Ba-doom. And there we go. The new team. And... save progress. Yeah! Okay. I'm gonna assume my team is like not wildly unique from everything else out there so far. That like teams other people would have up to this point.
Oh, how are you? How are things, my good friends? I am me. I certainly hope you're putting that secret backstrike technique I taught. Oh wait, I'm trying to remember what he's referencing.
The backstrike technique that he talked about
basically
earlier.
You sneak behind them, and then I think.
Okay. You know what? I was getting that scene confused with the scene that the chief guy was trying to teach him how to sumo wrestle. That was from the last episode. Either way, I have some super potions here just for you. See, he's a nice guy. Oh, think nothing of it. Having the Survey Corps out and about studying Pokemon is great for business, you know. Supporting you now is actually an investment in my own fortunes.
Yeah.
And now I must depart. There are ruins that are just calling to me.
Okay.
Amazing.
Maybe you should try out that backstrike technique at some point.
I'm gonna start from the beginning, just because gathering materials and then maybe I don't know. I want to make sure it's nothing I didn't miss. Okay. Alright. Geodude's up front. Time to go. Bam. I'm too far.
You should probably try it. Wait, did like the backstrike technique?
I mean, I don't care about catching them, but oh, I caught it unawares. Alright, cool. Alright, so let us fight with the rule out.
Actually, I don't think it's necessarily from the back. I think it's just hitting them.
Oh, I did stun it. Okay, you know
yeah,
what?
I think that's what he was trying to tell you. Basically, hit him with the Pokeball, and that basically is like some free turns you get, maybe. You know, I assume, John, you never actually really used this technique in the game.
I think I do without really realizing it. You know?
Okay, because I was gonna say if every Pokemon is like that, caught stunned for like 3 turns, then that's actually kind of broken.
I mean, you actually have to hit it, which is not always easy.
Yeah.
These are like level 2 and 3 Bidoof, so it's like...
Yeah, I was gonna say. And later on, you'll get to see flying types, and there's a different set of strategies with that. So if something feels broken in the beginning, it won't feel broken forever.
That's true. That's true.
When am I gonna be more obscured? There we go. Yeah. It seems it does not force you to continue using rollout like you normally would be in the mainline games. Mm-hmm. I'm not complaining. Oh, wait a minute. Please be a corn tree. Yeah. There we go. We have to find more trees like that. Alright. So, that's probably what the rest of the stream is going to be. I'm not... I can feel myself maybe fading off a little bit, so...
Yeah, maybe we'll pick it up.
So, I'm just going to walk around a bit, see if there's anything I've missed from before. Maybe see my Pokemon's abilities a bit. Alright. There we go. Kill it.
Oh, almost.
There we go.
What was it? Did the tutorial mention that the quick style attacks use less PP as opposed to the normal ones?
Well, it's just the quick style attacks you can attack again sooner than the alternative.
Because I was thinking, like, less in case there's a point where it's like, oh, hey, something uses 5 PP, for example, as opposed to the like every time you use it, it uses 5 PP every time, and let's say you somehow got like you had only 3 left, and if you use the quick one, maybe that's worth 2 or 3 or something. So basically, as a way to conserve resources in a way.
Yeah, I don't think it's a PP difference. But I don't fully understand myself when is. I'm sure. Maybe there are moments like where it's good to prioritize speed or move priority, I guess.
Right.
But I typically forget that's a thing.
Nice. Okay, so this just seems to respawn. Pretty sure I've used this exact thing right here. Okay. Woo.
This music here ain't bad.
Oh, it's cool when the music pops in every now and again.
Yeah.
Maybe the back strike is for like hitting them in the back from behind. I would have liked if there was a little bit of a different visual, other than just maybe the blue effect. I'm not sure. Maybe you see Shinx move around multiple times as opposed to like the single time. Then again, I'm probably riffing on the game a little too much for that, but
it's valid, I guess.
Like, because I think I'm riffing most of the time because I know I come across as a Pokemon. Oh shit!
That's it. You're going down.
That was. Is that the one that hit you? I thought it went up itself. Never mind then.
No, I was just throwing a thunderbolt at me.
Okay. Although there are turn battles, I am waiting for the point where you're going to have to be fighting a Pokemon, and then, you're still dodge rolling it and stuff. You're trying to survive as well. Unless that comes up later.
Alright, let's see. Can I fast travel back to the camp. Yes, I can. That's nice. I would like to rest until morning.
Just a little while. Wakes up and a few days later.
Yeah. Alright. Alright. I don't know how I'm supposed to get wood, but anyway.
By hitting a tree. Well,
I mean,
that would be simple. That's simple for us, but it's finding the right plan, I suppose. Oh, you can dash in this game. All right.
yeah, I felt like pressing the controller.
Oh, left click.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. Now Geodude's a good match for him. Alright. Grit dust, whatever that is. Alright. Trying to see whatever's in this direction. You see nothing. You see no- You will stay over there. You see nothing. I see a leak. Alright. Is there actually anything up these mountains? Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. I will continue going in this direction. And can I just continue going up this mountain? Or is there a... Nope, there's an invisible wall.
Nah, there's the kryptonite fog. You can't see where you're going.
Alright. Is there anything down there that's interesting?
Other than one collectible thing, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know if I can even walk up that, so I'm not taking the bait. I wanted to come and get this tree anyway. Yeah. And Geodude gets a slight amount of experience from doing that, so... Okay. Hey, more Wurmple! What is that?
Oh, what, that over there? I think it's that's, what is it, that one Pokemon you had? The sphere one? The one that evolved into Beautifly, I think? Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Alright. It's time for Mud Swap. Alright. And then, Aw. Oh, come on!
Should poison really affect a Geodude if it's entirely made of rock?
A good question. Let's ask a rock in real life if it's affected by
Poison.
poison.
Oh man, I talked to this granite the other day.
I didn't even mean for that to sound sarcastic. I just realized how sarcastic
No,
it sounded.
it's fine. I'm just asking rhetorical questions here.
Yeah,
or questions that either answer themselves or don't need answering.
I gave a rhetorical answer.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
At some point while wandering around, I saw a Pichu, and I'm wondering if that's something I can find again.
You probably can find it.
I really have a hard time catching those.
What's this?
That's a material, I think. Yeah.
Bugwort. This looks like another material. I have no idea if this is even the way to find Pichus.
Well, you never know. You just keep searching around, and maybe you'll find it. If you encounter one, you know it's likely around here somewhere.
I think the encounter rate is pretty low.
Yeah, it just like appeared in front of me and then it disappeared. So it was like I saw it, blink, and it's gone. That's essentially how it went.
Hmm? Oh, right.
I guess they want you to work for your Pikachu, pal.
Basically.
Alright. Looks like there's a strong Pokemon over there. I'm not going to mess with it right now.
It looks like a Beautifly. Yeah, it's just a Beautifly.
Oh, there's another one over there. Oh, there's literally one right there.
Backstrike it. Maybe you'll have the advantage. All you have to do is switch to an electric, I think that's it. It's the backstrike, right?
Yeah.
Nope. Oh, it's level 20. Oh, what did I get myself into?
I think you do need the electric type out.
I'm going to... I would like to run. That
Time to get the heck out of here.
that thing is twice my level. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not... Shh. Dude, crap, it's after me! First,
Oh, hey! Hogwarts! So I assume there's like, you don't have to, it's not like the old games where it's like, oh, you have a chance to run away, but you can fail. It's more like you can run away, but they'll be chasing you the whole time, I guess.
Where am I? I am not where I should be.
Yes. Very.
I mean, you can always TP back.
I could.
Yeah, I think you're starting to go off the beaten path.
Hey, at least you found whatever the heck that is.
Oh, man.
I think you can walk up that? No? Alright.
Come on. You are...
Unless you just throw the Pokeball up there and that's it. It looks like it's a rock you have to collect. Yeah, you should probably throw the Pokeball up there.
I will say, I imagine with something you get later on, you can eventually get up there.
I mean, I got it. I threw the Pokeball and it got it. It was an iron chunk. Whatever that is used for.
Yeah.
Oh, that is an alpha Pokemon. Okay, we are sneaking away very
I do like the red glow.
Yeah, that indicates that it's an alpha.
Yeah, I'm not messing with that right now. I would like life. I choose life. I choose life.
Are you really alive if you're not going for the greatest challenges yet?
Yes.
That's true.
So these look like collectible things I can pick up. What are they? Wood! Heck, yes!
Wood, please. Wood, please. There it is, boys. We have to backstrike it.
No! Oh, you got it. Now don't run away.
Now be very careful here, because use Mud Slap first, maybe.
No, that would be super effective against it.
Oh, okay, my bad. Then just use whatever it's that
Tackle.
can bring its health down enough.
Tackle should be good.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
No!
Hey, Cyndaquil leveled up. That's nice. What were we doing again?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, you just gotta stretch out a bit, you know?
There'll be others, I assume.
I mean, at least you found it, you know? So it's around here. You can find them
At
around
least
here.
it's not like a shiny or something.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just imagining shinies in this game.
I think there are shinies in this game.
I think so too. I'm just imagining it is all. How easy it is to just miss one.
You know what? You know what we're gonna do? Once I get over to this tree over here, I'm gonna head back to the area because I have a feeling.
Hey, you're at the beach, kind of.
Because I have a feeling that Pichu had more of a chance of occurring back over there.
Hi, Warple. How you doing?
I feel like killing you today, Wurmple. Hope you don't mind. I know you don't. Alright, goodbye, Wurmple. Good seeing you. We'll talk later.
And Drifloon leveled up.
Alright.
Now, is it a time-based before the Pichu comes back, or is it
I have no idea.
basically just it randomly spawns somewhere else? Or
I'm
can you basically
going-
kind of farm it by basically traveling back to camp, resting up, it resets the area, and then it maybe cheese strats aren't the best right now for, I guess, first time playing.
I mean, I don't know what the mechanics are to make a Pichu reappear. I assume one could spawn potentially at any moment. I'm guessing that they're particular to this area.
Alright.
Because I'm fairly sure some Pokemon are more likely to happen in certain areas. I do not know how to make a Pichu reappear, though. You saw nothing. You saw nothing.
See anything.
You saw nothing at all. There was nothing over here. Ah, come on, come on, come on. Come on, there has to be another Pichu in here somewhere. Don't tell me that there's only the one. You cannot tell me that there was only the one Pichu. Oh my goodness, there was only the one Pichu, wasn't there? Alright, so that's the Luxio.
I mean, you could try a fight against the Alpha. I mean...
I would die.
I mean, that's true.
It would be content.
It would be content, but we should
are-
probably save that content till we have at least a more stable team.
A team where I don't die.
But see, that's where the content comes from, not having a stable team.
That's true.
Listen, we are not having another Mount Moon incident. Alright, I don't care about that Wurmple right now.
Now, can you swim in these marshes? Look slow enough you can actually walk in.
Looks like there's no problem with just walking in.
Hey, Whirple, how you doing, buddy?
That was a very friendly or curious Wurmple. I'm not seeing another Pichu.
Hmm?
I
Oh,
might.
I saw those all those beautiflies fly away. I think. So I guess that means they're switching out with some other Pokemon.
I might have to just like sleep, come back, and catch it later. That might just what I.
Yeah, sleep might be the equalizer you need.
Fine. I'm gonna try this one more time. If no work, then probably
You
gonna end
think
the stream.
Pokemon only appear at certain times of day in this game?
Pretty sure, yeah. Because like the Driflim, pretty sure there's only appear at night. All right. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do.
Oopsie.
Now the immersion is ruined.
I wish like this TypeScript or whatever was like actual kanji so I could try to read it and feel smart. Oh well. I slept until morning, right?
No, you just press the just a little while.
Oh, okay. I must have been on autopilot. All right, we're going back.
Guess catching Pichu would be the last achievement of the night if we can get it to come back.
Yeah. All right. Now we stay for real. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I mean, you know what? It's pretty good on the game. You know, if it's basically, you know, you're just going around exploring, just like cautiously about all these Pokemon. You know?
Yep. That's the idea.
Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Maybe trying to search for that one rare Pokemon in particular.
Alright.
You know.
I don't care about going too incredibly slow right now. Let's take a look at the map. Alright, so I want to go to the gardens. Oh, what is this? More Iron. Alright, if anyone sees a Pichu, let me know.
I don't see one at the moment. I think you're probably gonna have to go back to the same place.
I mean, I'm on course to be there.
Yeah. I'm not seeing it for now. Plus, the draw distance, I don't think is going to let us see it for, unless we're pretty close to it.
Alright.
No, we can see some from a distance, so.
Alright, we're getting close.
I just have to get past all, well, no, there are only a few Wurple.
Alright, this was the general area where it was.
Yeah.
See, that's the Luxio over there.
Yeah, it's still there.
Please do not notice me. I am not worth your time. I do not taste good. Please leave me alone. I just realized that this clothing is not the best for camouflage.
Probably not.
The Pichu was somewhere in this general area, right?
It was like, I think to the, was it to the right, maybe? A little bit before we got to the Luxio, I think. I don't think that's it, but... Wait, what saw you?
Oh. That guy.
This guy.
Now, imagine if there was some mechanic where it's like, you know, there would be children Pokemon, and then if like you take them down, then all of a sudden the mother Pokemon appears out of nowhere, and that's like really strong and whatnot.
Please, no.
You know, Chicks right here should probably be actually taking damage because it's quick attacking right into a rock.
Oh, Geodude leveled up.
You got Grit Dust. But I think the general area was back there, actually.
Back there? Or back there?
I think. Just like along the edge. Like going backwards. Other direction. I think that was it, but it could have been that the Pichu just wandered up there. I don't know.
Yeah, it might not be in this general. It might only be in this general area. It might not spawn like the same area every time. Like it might not even spawn at all. Pichu! Where are you?
Did the black outline signify anything? Like,
I have no idea. I've been noticing that as well. It doesn't seem to be anything obvious.
I mean, it happens when you go into the grass most of the time, so... Hey, John, would you happen to know what the black outline signifies? Does it just mean you're camouflaged or something?
The black outline where exactly?
Basically, when you go into grass, there's the screen sort of has a black outline that sort of moves in a bit.
By
the way, I think.
Let me know when it comes up again.
It's something that kind of happens like quickly.
Like, no, like there.
Oh yeah, that means you're in stealth mode.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not in stealth mode right here. So crawling around right here is absolutely worthless. What you're saying.
Well, I think crouching helps a little bit, but if you're in that like tall grass, you're in super stealth mode.
Right. But anyhow, I guess the Pichu wasn't back that way. Also, you're getting too close to that that alpha Pokemon right there. Is that music? I kind of barely hear it. Hold up.
Music is atmospheric.
It just seems to be ever so slightly, like, sort of tribal or something.
Yeah.
Ah, crap. It's coming after me. Alright. Aye. Can I clear this area of all Pokemon?
I mean, I think you should be. You can. It's possible.
They'll come back eventually.
That's true. If you're like really powerful, like really leveled.
But that one just like kind of faded from existence.
Yeah, that one just wandered off. They do say they're fixated on using rollout. Does that mean the next one is more effective or like has a higher chance to hit?
Usually the way rollout works is that like your Pokemon like is forced to use it repeatedly.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like how it works in here. I haven't fully grasped it.
I guess they made it a stronger physical, just a basic physical attack here.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to change things up, you know, just make things different. Even stuff like that. Like, well, I guess they were a little smarter about it than simply respawn the area and the Pichu will come back.
Is it just me, or like does that Luxio in the background not have that many frames?
I mean, that's
that might be it. Yeah, that's a common LOD trick.
Yeah, where basically they reduce the frames of stuff in the distance so that stuff on your end can run at 60.
Honestly, it's something I wouldn't notice unless I'm really looking for it.
Yeah.
I just kind of noticed because it just felt like it was like jumping like jaggedly.
Yeah. Some games have it that it's like at a distance, like basically the characters will just get lower poly.
I mean, lower poly I don't think would be as noticeable.
No, it can be, like especially in like what is it? Like the Battlefront 2, I think. Where Star Wars Battlefront 2, where at a distance, even characters that don't hold like guns at a very distance, they'll run like they're holding a rifle, and their models get noticeably like less polys.
Now that the grass glitching, that's not the first time we've seen that.
Yeah,
that is kind of annoying. I think it has to do with the angle you're looking from.
Alright, I'm gonna go back, and if Pichu is not there, that's probably gonna be it for tonight. We've hit the part of the evening where we just kind of ran out of energy to say things. Pichu.
Be honest, I thought we were gonna end like a half hour ago.
We probably should have. I mean, we probably should have.
No offense. I mean, I'm having fun watching.
Yeah, same here.
I was actually going to ask Alex, how are you? What do you think of the game?
I think it's fine so far. I mean, I usually, at least in conversation, I come across as the Pokemon hater.
I mean...
Like, but, you know, I can appreciate...
I mean, I wouldn't have gotten that impression.
Well, I guess to myself, I think I come across as a...
Yeah, justifiably so. I think the Pokemon Company needed some heavy criticism lately so that they could, you know, make a better game. And it looks like that
makes substance instead of like, you know, just...
Yeah, it looks like we're starting to get to that point, but, you know, we'll see.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, I will say, as far as ignoring all of that and looking at this game in a vacuum, I think I was pretty happy with the final product.
I mean, I'm probably not going to buy this game myself, but you know, I think this is pretty good.
Yeah, definitely one of those games where I'm like, if it looks fun to you, definitely give it a go. if you're on the fence, then at least watch somebody play it. You know,
If it were me, however, I probably wouldn't be. I would probably just catch like whatever Pokemon I wanted, and then just like kept going with that for a while until I saw a new one. I'm like, ooh, cool. That one looks cool.
The one thing to note is there are a lot of mission objectives in this game that revolve around you catching catching Pokemon or encountering Pokemon. It's like your progression is way more reliant on that aspect. So you are going to be I'm usually the same. I kind of just catch what I like, but in this game you're encouraged to just catch everything.
What is that in the distance?
I do see what you're talking about. I think that's ore.
I think it's a rock. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ore.
Ooh, shiny.
I thought for a second I was like, is that a shiny Pokemon? Oh, there.
Oh, here it is, boys. All right, now switch to a weaker. You got to get a weaker Pokemon. You're basically just gonna have to throw Pokeballs at it.
I would say just get in battle and then throw a Pokeball like as soon as you can.
Yeah, you should probably throw like
throw a heavy ball at it.
Yeah, heavy ball.
It's highly effective if you throw it.
It's still gonna give you somewhat of an advantage.
Yeah, may as well.
Yeah,
let's use it.
Yeah.
Alright, if you say so.
I mean, I haven't had a heavy ball fail on me yet.
Hey.
Okay, I'll take it. We got Pichu,
boys.
We got the.
Gotta give it up for Pichu, everybody.
Hey.
Gotta give it up.
Pichu is done. Number caught during daylight hours. Okay, so Pichu appears at daylight. That's good to know.
I mean, okay, so let's go back to the camp.
I guess we're gonna rest up and then save, and then that's it.
Probably.
All right.
Then you can level up Pichu off stream, I guess.
Yeah. I want to see my Pokemon. Shinx is probably like the common thing people go for in this game.
I want to see my baby.
And
I
honestly,
want the funny Pikachu.
I've nothing against Shinx. Normally, it's a Pokemon I like. I have a shiny Luxio in Pokemon Go even, but
thank you for justifying your obvious bias towards listen, we gotta have the mascot.
Yeah, no. Understand that his second
Shinx,
evolution is the mascot.
But like Pichu is a bit novel here, so I'm gonna take it when I can.
But however, correction, John. Pikachu is the mascot. The second evolution of Pichu.
Well, the goal obviously is to get Pichu up to Pikachu, or is this going to be a forever a Pichu?
I don't think it's going to be forever a Pichu.
For me, I'd probably go for a Raichu, though that's pretty obvious. Everybody would go for that.
I wonder what the Pikachu evolution is like in this region.
I guess Pikachu, and Raichu.
Well, no. Well, certain games have region-specific Raichu. Like a Alolan Raichu is its own thing.
I do know that much. Like the surfing one.
Yeah. So I wonder if they mixed it up for this one. I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know.
You have any free EXP boosts for Pichu, or are you gonna have to?
No.
You get rare candies in this game. Eventually, I think at some point you get a bunch of rare candies. So
we're gonna level them up a bit, or?
Probably not now, but let's. I've caught one Pokemon. Yes, I will report my findings.
You got $345, baby.
Oh yeah.
You mean Poké dollars?
Shh.
Cinequill.
Guess we'll get a Dustox eventually.
That might require some RNG or catching the cocoon form of the other line.
Yeah.
Alright. My goodness.
All right, guys, it's been fun.
Yeah.
Do we have a final question of the night?
I guess anybody anything you hope for and may as well speak to definitely weird to hear it not say the iconic Pichu, but I suppose that's to be expected.
What is that cry from? Is that from Gold and Silver?
Maybe I don't know.
It doesn't sound like it is. There's a more 8-bit quality to it.
It sounds very tinny.
But anyhow, maybe any hopes for what was it? Indigo and Violet, was it? Maybe anything you hope for there?
I hope it will be good.
That's true. That's the in Scarlet.
I want another Legends game. I don't want any more traditional Pokemon game. Like this to me is like this should be the new norm. It should just keep expanding on this, but we'll see. I guess I'll listen to what it's like when it's out.
Kind of like the like Persona is to Shin Megami Tensei.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, where basically the spin-off becomes the more of the main series.
I feel
ironically
like
the highest selling one.
I feel like while I love the direction this is taking, I also don't think it's different enough where it needs to be a separate series. You know what I mean? I'm like, this could have just been the next Pokemon.
I suppose so. What is next? The Legends Alola, or are we gonna go Legends Red and Blue or something?
It's still rumored, but I heard the next one might be called Legends Celebi.
Ooh,
that might be. Yeah, but we'll so yeah, Gold and Silver, but we'll see. Okay. That's still in the rumor mill.
So what is it for my hopes for the Pokemon game, newest Pokemon game? I guess cooler looking Pokemon. We have a lot of the cutesy type Pokemon, but I want that, that badass Pokemon. Like the one that's like, oh man, if I saw this in real life, I probably would legitimately have to fear it.
Oh, like your Nidokings and your Tyrannitars and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm into that. Yeah.
Also, more dinosaurs will always good.
Yeah, but I like the kaiju looking Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aggron is definitely one of my favorite Gen 3 type Pokemon. Anyway. I already saved the game, but I'm gonna do it again.
We really peaked in humor with this stream, I will say.
Yeah. Crap, I accidentally. Anyway,
we must keep saving.
We must keep saving. Have a good night, everybody. Good night.
Later.